last video, we discussed the mysterious world of polar coordinates and how it's based from a radius and an angle. And we used the term angle, but we never defined what an angle really is. So in this video, we will discuss what an angle is and how to specifically name them. Okay, so first, what is an angle? And this should show you. No, I said angle, not angel. Okay, so actually, what is an angle? Well, an angle is formed when two rays have a common endpoint called a vertex. So let's talk a little more on what rays are. So, you know a line, right? It points both directions. Well, a ray only points one direction. And no, I'm not talking about the band. Now, that may sound a little complicated, but I mean, you see angles like every day. Every time you move your hand up or down, you're making an angle. So, think of an angle as how much you open a door. The hinge of the door is the vertex. The door itself is one ray. The door frame, or wall, is other way. And the opening between them is the angle. So we just discussed what angles really are, but now let's talk about naming angles. Yeah, that's right. You name angles.
Mont Blanc! Shut up, I'm planning. Oh, that's cool! Alright, now, listen.
Okay, so let's first talk about naming angles with only one letter.
Viewer discretion is advised. The following description of an angle with only one letter can traumatize children in how sad it is.
You see, sometimes an angle is all by itself. No crowd, no drama, no love triangle with other angles. Just one lonely little corner of the universe, standing there, vertex shining bright. This is angle A. Just A. Not ABC, not BAE, not LOL, just A. And thus, angle A lived happily ever after. Still single, but at least famous. Or, in other words,
We're all the same, and she's a weirdo!
Whoa, that's not nice.
She's had a hard life!
Okay.
so in short, when you're naming an angle with only one letter, you just say the name of the vertex of the angle. Alright, so now let's talk about naming angles with three letters. So check this out. We've got 3 points here. A, B, and C. Now, if these 3 points make an angle, the letter in the middle is the superstar. That's the vertex of the angle. So if B is the vertex, we write this angle as ABC or CBA. And do you notice something? The middle letter B never moves. B is like the VIP. Think of it like a sandwich. The vertex is always the tasty filling in the middle. So when you're naming angles, remember the vertex is always in the middle. You can walk into the angle from one side or the other, see ABC or CBA, but it's still the same angle. But if you put the wrong letter in the middle, you're naming a totally different angle. So, rule of thumb, 3 letters, vertex in the middle, and boom, you're naming angles like a pro. Okay, so now let's discuss the final topic of this video, which is adding and subtracting adjacent angles. But first, what does the word adjacent even mean? So, the English word adjacent comes from the Latin word adjacens, which has a prefix ad, which means near, and this adjacent part means to lie. So, literally, adjacent means to lie near. And that's the very same definition of the word adjacent in our English language today. It means to lie near or to be next to. And when people are usually saying the word adjacent, they're usually talking about angles, because two angles can be adjacent to each other if they are, well, next to each other. So in this situation over here, we have angle ABC and CBD that are right next to each other, so they are adjacent angles. But in this video, we're specifically going to talk about adding adjacent angles. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. So if we were to remove that final ray, C, and we would have this angle ABD. What is the measure of this angle ABD? Well, interestingly, it is equal to the sum of the measures of angle ABC and angle CBD. So, an example of this is that if angle ABC was equal to 48 degrees and angle CBD was also equal to 48 degrees, since we just add them up, we would get an angle ABD of equal to 80 degrees. Okay, so I hope that helped you understand what angles are, how to name them with one letter or three letters, and finally, how to add adjacent angles. Thank you for watching, and
Bye bye.